if you're watching or listening right now thinking, my goodness, I think we're trying to be the hero in our marketing, sales, communication strategies. Or maybe we are guilty of the narcissistic marketing model. Maybe we are unknowingly promoting the same great rates, the same, what everyone else talks about. We have this amazing service, or we're communicating the same laundry list of lookalike product features. I want you to rest easy, because I want to provide you with a path forward that can truly transform your marketing and sales strategies, even your leadership style forever. And this is where we can enter into the role of the helpful and empathetic guide. If we take Joseph Campbell's hero's journey framework that he wrote about in that book, Hero with 1,000 Faces, and we distill it down into a more simplistic structure through the lens of financial brand marketing and sales strategies, we see a couple of key themes come here. We have a hero who has a problem, who meets a helpful and empathetic guide, who offers that hero a plan to provide some clarity to build their courage, which leads the hero to commit to take action with confidence, and ultimately leads to the hero's success. We can look briefly of how this simplified hero's journey pattern shows up over and over and over again in almost every Hollywood blockbuster. Take Star Wars, for example. You have a hero, Luke Skywalker, who has a problem. It's his father, the evil empire. Spoiler alert if you haven't seen it. By now, maybe you have, most likely, or at least know of it. Luke meets a helpful and empathetic guide in episode 4, the originals. It was Obi-Wan Kenobi, and then it was Yoda. So we see this repeated narrative in even the different Star Wars movies. And it was Obi-Wan Kenobi who offered the hero, Luke Skywalker, a plan. He teaches Luke the ways of the Force. He provides him with clarity. He builds Luke's courage over time. And then what happens? Luke eventually commits to take action with that confidence, and he blows up the Death Star, ultimately resulting in the hero's success. And then they just repeated that narrative over and over again. I mean, even when we look at episodes 4, 5, and 6, if you look at episodes 7, 8, and 9 in the Star Wars saga, they really followed the same pattern, except in episodes 4, 5, and 6, it was all about Luke. In episodes 7, 8, and 9, it was all about Rey. Classic George Lucas films aside, what I trust that you're taking from this thinking here, more than anything, is that every story worth telling and remembering, worth sharing with other people, has 2 key roles. Of course, there's the hero, but there's the helpful and empathetic guide. And without this guide, there can be no story. Without the hero, there can be no story. Without Obi-Wan, there is no Luke. Therefore, there's no Star Wars. Without Mr. Miyagi, there's no Daniel's son. Therefore, there's no Karate Kid. Without Gandalf, there's no Frodo. There's no Lord of the Rings. Without Dory, there's no Finding Nemo. Nemo is still lost at sea. The example of the Derek Coleman story, the guide, once again, wasn't a human. It was the battery. But the guide, that battery, empowered him, literally, helping to build his courage so that Derek could commit to take action with confidence and ultimately result in his success of playing in the NFL. Human or not, the guide's primary role in every story is to empathetically connect, to empower, to elevate the hero on their journey. And remember, empathy is the antithesis of narcissism. That means that your financial brand can no longer position itself within your marketing and sales communication as the hero. You must commit to position your financial brand as the helpful and empathetic guide. And when you do, you truly do transform your marketing and sales communication strategies as you rise above the commoditized promotion, great rates, amazing service, laundry list of lookalike product features that every other financial brand promotes. That's because guides offer help. Guides offer hope. Guides guide people beyond financial stress and frustration in the present moment, the pain that they feel in the present moment, towards an even bigger, better, brighter future. Put another way, Guides help first, they sell second. And in today's age of AI, guides, human guides, like your lenders, your leaders, your advisors, your branch managers, they all play an important role. They have the potential to connect with other human beings at a deep emotional level, at an empathetic level that AI is not able to. But for them to make these emotional connections that place a positive deposit into the trust fund that sits between people's ears comes down to one thing. Do your leaders, do your lenders, do your advisors, do your branch managers, do they know how to tell stories that sell? If they don't, you now have a resource with this podcast to share with them to at least begin to provide them with a path forward as you play the role of the helpful and empathetic guide for them internally.